welcome to the skating lesson. I'm Jennifer Kirk.
And I'm Dave Leese, and today we are going to continue the judging of the Goodwill Games from 2000. It is now the artistic program.
Now we get to take out our boas, and we don't have to worry about doing triples. It's all about shimmying and sass. Let's start with our girl, Liz Manley. She was in a neon-colored outfit.
Two different colored gloves and a hat.
Okay, we always love the hat in the artistic program. I have two notes for her. I just have double axel in neon-colored outfit. Apparently that's all I took away from this performance.
So there wasn't much skating going on because Liz had an injury, as we discussed in the technical. But there was a lot of energy going on.
I mean, if anything, that woman can bring its energy.
She didn't have the energy in the short, but she was just like, get up. I was
following. The jazz hands.
The jazz hands were everywhere. Some struggles with the jumps, but I enjoy Liz Manley. She was our friend, and I didn't feel like the Peter Carruthers love for Liz Manley that much.
They were a little bit hard on her here.
I don't think she was in the IMG in circle, because I don't think she was really on Stars on Ice. I think that they viewed her like as the outsider. I got that vibe. I don't know if anyone else did, but I thought that there was you could tell who Peter and Roz were having dinner with later.
After the event.
Yeah.
They were going to go get drinks. So let's talk about technical, because we do have to give a technical mark, even though this is the artistic. She didn't do a triple. She did a double axel. What did you give her, Dave?
9.3.
That
was an improvement over the technical program. I gave 9.1. So remember, I'm using a range, people. I like to differentiate.
She tried a triple in the short program. So you just deducted for the fall?
Jenny, you can say that someone tried a triple, but when you do a 2.5 and you're landing on the opposite.
It's not so pretty, not so cute, people.
Yeah, again, what you do very Frank Carroll approach.
Do it well.
It's like when Michelle tried to do that triple loop, and we were like, oh, honey. Honey,
it's not going to happen.
Honey, you lost to Sarah Hughes at Skate Canada for a reason. Yes.
Okay, so I gave her a 9.5 because, again, if you do a double axel, you get a 9.5 in my book. And for artistic, she brought the energy, so I gave her a 9.6.
9.6 as well.
Okay.
I thought,
Liz's event, not her event.
Not her event, but she had many other events. I thought that she really skated well to the Jock Jams mix sometimes, and there were some leather programs, and she had some other moments at Ice Wars that I really appreciated as a professional skater.
It just
wasn't that time.
What about Katarina, though? Because we loved her in the artistic program doing the triple. Again, she's wearing the fluffy pants, and I felt like this distracted from her line. Leanne Miller choreography. I said she gave a very good flirty, sexy face. If there's one thing this woman can give, it's
the music again was a no for me.
Yeah.
And in professional skating, it's about the music to me. It's like a Yuka Sato deduction.
Few wiggles, and Katarina can wiggle, but she didn't really. She gave the face, but not the wiggle.
So if Katarina's gonna wear pants, I want to show off her figure, when she wore that red sparkly onesie.
Yes.
I felt here the billowy outfit made it look like Katarina wasn't in Goodwill Games shape.
And she was.
And I really thought that I would prefer something sexier.
I agree.
I don't know what was
going on. It's hard to say that about Katarina because she is a sex pot.
Yeah. I also, Jenny, I didn't like the inside joke choreography where she did the no instead of the triple toe.
Yeah,
because we saw that she could do the triple toe. And I'm willing to say, she could have had an injury or something here. I felt that it was lacking. She also really blessed that double axel was really far forward in this program.
Yeah,
and
that was nice.
I didn't think, I like when she does a spread eagle and emphasizes her curves.
And holds it and really has a moment there.
You're a coach now.
I am.
What's going on with Katarina Witt's scratch spin over the years? Because it gets more and more bent. I noticed that she didn't do this as much in the 80s, but in the 90s, it was
she's
sticking the butt out.
And into a little ball. No.
I enjoy personal style, but I felt here, Dorothy really did a really good scratch spin, and I thought that Katarina's wasn't as good, and I thought that, we have to, there's quality in the artistic program that we need to really do. So I gave a 9.3 for technical. I tied her with Liz Manley. I thought that she went for the double axel, but it wasn't done with the kind of quality that I would really like in a professional competition.
So I gave her a 9.6. She's Katarina. The skating, I thought her posture was very good outside of the scratch spin.
I was mad about the lack of a triple toe here.
The little no, I didn't like that because we know she can do it. And it just makes her not look that great. But for artistic, I gave her 1/10 higher, 9.7, because she's flirty, sexy face. Maybe not my favorite program, but I thought it was okay.
9.6 pants in both programs.
Not cute pants either.
No. I want sex with Katarina.
Yeah.
I remember when she wore those like leopard, like velvety pants.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Like I want Katarina to.
Yeah, I feel like she had body dysmorphic disorder at this event.
I don't think
she was trying to cover up and she didn't need to.
No, and the hair was longer than I like it.
Oh, that pony! What was that ponytail in the short program?
It wasn't. She would.
No, it was like the Shailene Bourne when she wore the fake hair for the Michael Jackson. It just, no, these women are too gorgeous for that. Yeah. Let's talk about another gorgeous woman, though, because I know you want to get into this. Let's go to Dorothy Hamill.
Oh, Jenny.
It was like just a fresh, like, glass of lemonade. Just so, like, pure and homegrown, beautiful.
So it was like when Dorothy was skating to Patti LuPone, whose autobiography you need to listen to. I would say read, but listen, you get to hear Patti's voice more and hear how much she hates Andrew Lloyd Webber, and there's really some additional angst there. And I thought that Dorothy, a star herself, one of the OG stars, like she's an Olympic gold medalist, like star. And I thought that Peggy, Dorothy, Christy Yamaguchi, they really know how to be famous and Olympic champion. Like
they own that. I mean, they're royalty. They're like the ice princess.
And I think Meryl is on her way too. Like when she's looking perfect. Like some of our Olympic champions. Evan, I think knows how to keep a black and white filter and always look good on Instagram.
With his Instagram, it's an artistic choice.
Does he live in a world of color? I don't know. In my mind, he's like.
Did you see that thing on his house in Vegas? It's like all white. And then he has like weird skulls. Just a little bit weird.
Evan's never been my personal artistic choice, but I appreciate the vibe he's trying to give off on his Instagram. It's a dark, brooding.
He's a brooding.
He wants us to know that he's very wealthy. He's always in like private planes and
Hey, if you got it, flaunt it.
Got it, flaunt it. Right. So getting back to Dorothy Hamill. So the perfect scratch spin here, where she went in for the blur
and the layback,
right at center ice and the layback, and really, so the artistic moment to me is that Patti LuPone is singing about love makes the world go round, and at the Goodwill Games, the center hockey circle where they drop the puck, it's a globe, and
she's doing the sexy edges all around it.
She was doing like the spiral sexy edges all around the world, just very literal choreography. And I really thought Dorothy, genius.
And the angle, my favorite part too.
Was so good too.
And the water bottle on the ice after her single
and
axel.
And she kicked it.
It was part of the choreography.
And I like how Roz really was wanting to tell us about the struggles of professional skating here. How they do so many different numbers, and if you're a professional, what to do in this situation. It's not the fact that Dorothy won the Olympics.
It's that she was a professional
skater. And that is what... See, Jenny, I don't think that maybe you wouldn't have known what to do with the water bottle.
If there was a water bottle on the ice, I probably would have just freaked out.
I would have liked you to be a pro skater. They let Angela do Ice Wars. I think that you could have shimmied with the best of these ladies.
There would have been a bare midriff for every program, people.
I could picture you having a J-Lo moment on the ice or something,
my own rendition of Genie in the Bottle.
Yes.
It was 2000.
Yes. Tara really could have.
I had a good triple toe.
Yes, and a triple sow. You,
Let's
Nancy.
Just make the rest of the show about me.
Yes. So I gave Dorothy a 9.5 for technical because she had these moves where she was doing figures and Janet Lynn type things, and there was a halo from God coming. She was happy
and
in this program.
The highlights. I mean,
because Dorothy's not always sunshine. She keeps it real.
She had some depression.
She talks about it, and I like that. And I think she was depressed by her performance in the short, and she was it was like God was skating this program. There was a halo around Dorothy. I thought that her limbs extended wonderfully with rays of sunshine up to God. It was amazing. I gave a 9.5 and a 10 for artistic. That love makes the world go round.
It was all about that in the Goodwill Games, yeah.
Yes.
So I gave a 9.5 as well, and then a 9.8. Yeah, I don't know. I liked it, but maybe I was just I don't know. I was hungover, people.
Jenny, I think that's why you were so complimentary of Yuka in the technical program.
Maybe. Let's talk about my girl Nancy though, because she was wearing a blue cape.
This might be the best performance Nancy's ever had.
Pause. You know she was PO'd that Oksana
she was in
her.
fourth.
Yeah, and that pewter.
You could tell in the kiss and cry that she was PO'd, which again, bonus points for me. And I always respected that Nancy always whipped out both Mary and Evie for every professional competition.
They were, and they always dressed the same tan jacket for Mevy.
So did they like leave the rink to go up to Lake Placid? Like, was this like a weekend trip?
Yeah, this was like a thing. Like if they, I was probably there.
You were there. You and Jen Don and our friend Matt Lind.
Colette Irving, Luann Donovan was.
In my mind, I really think that I was a Scott Vold skater. I think that like we hated Luann together, and like
you would have been in like the cool kids locker room with us.
Yeah,
where we
I really think that Mary would have let me skate to every movie soundtrack by Patrick Doyle.
And you know what the best thing is? So okay, Paul and Matt Lind. Yeah. Evie did not get along with them. Like,
I think that Evie would like me though because I have a difficult personality when I get angry.
Like when Evie gave his Evie shade, you would have been like me and you would have loved it. Like it would have made
like I would have like swore a little bit back and forth. Like I could be very nice, but like you, and then like Mary, I would just love because she's just like a ball of fur. You know, she's just like kittens and puppies and Henry V and sexy edges.
Okay, so let's talk about Nancy's performance. So she
skating to some of my favorite music. Remember, Jamie Silverstein and Jessica Carrick used this in their free dance in the middle section of that Tori Amos program that I really love to post all the time.
She had the lunge. It was all about the lunge.
Now, she doesn't, I thought that Nancy actually had an artistic moment here. What? And she didn't pick the music. Mary picked it, of course. Yeah, and Nancy hates classical music, so they tried to give her like movie soundtrack that's classical-ish. And I
still had some like oomph to it.
Yeah, and you know, da 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 da. I thought Nancy really was like flowing, and I don't know, like she was having a good day.
I said confidence. I like the Ina Bauer. She did into her camel spin. There was a transition.
How about when she does those butterflies into the death drop? You can hear some gay in the audience going, "Woo!" I loved it. Like I really thought that was fantastic. The triple toes, Roz seemed to act like it wasn't planned that she was going to do the second triple toe, but Nancy's not like Oksana.
No,
like
she doesn't throw stuff in.
You know that Nancy like
trained.
She does.
Yeah, and she needs to do this program.
Yeah.
And I like that she almost fell in the spiral at the end. That's classic Nancy, too. Like, you know how many times she's done the signature Nancy Kerrigan spiral, but it never is quite secure. Like, you never know with Nancy what's going to happen. I also wrote that it was a 42-minute program.
Oh, I loved it.
I loved every 42 minutes of it, but it was a program, people.
It was really like an Olympic. It was up there with her Olympic long for me because it was the most I feel like we've ever seen Nancy emote. Like when Nancy's in a good mood, sometimes she just gives it to the music.
There's
like
a connection there. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't usually see that from her, but I think that, you know, like, so her son that's really into musical theater, he was like 5 by this point, Matthew, and I thought that Matthew probably really inspired her. She seemed happier.
They talk about her being a mother. So what did you give her for technical?
Oh, I gave her a 9.9 because I thought that Scott Fold technique, when I see a good Nancy Kerrigan triple toe.
I mean, the big arms and then the tight feet.
Sow was money because Nancy has that rhythm in her sow when she goes into it and she's feeling that back inside edge and she gets the arms like Evie likes to pull in.
Yeah.
Oh, Jenny. I mean,
Dave.
And there was no wobble on the camel spin. Like Nancy had some good spins going on. I really liked the moves in the field that she was doing here with the Ina Bauer and the lunge. And I gave her a 9.9 for artistic as well, which really moved Nancy up in my overall standings when I added all 4 marks together.
So I gave her a 9.8 and a 9.8. It was solid. It was good, solid skating.
And I am Team You. Just know.
Okay. Dave is your biggest. Let's talk about, though, Oksana. So she had the dark lipstick. I don't know what was with the fan. I did not understand this program. What is the backstory? I'm not deep enough to understand this.
I don't really know Ioana Iavos. It's Russian or something. Johnny skated to it. So again, anytime a Russian lady originates music that Johnny Weir will later copy and steal, they get a bonus because we wouldn't have Johnny Weir without this program. I mean, this would have been Johnny's 2008 Nationals. I think he was a soldier going off to war, coming home. I don't really understand. I was confused by the props here, Jenny. Now, I want you to explain. We started with a candle, and I didn't understand the candle, but I kind of thought
she didn't light the candle. It was just a candle, just to have a candle.
Right, and then we went into the fan, and the fan dancing was kind of awkward. And
it was very forceful.
I'm sorry, I have a pulled muscle in my neck right now, but I think that Oksana had one too. Like, it was very weird moving.
And
going.
She really was upset with that fan.
Yeah, but the triple Lutz that she, impressive.
And she hauled some Nana into that. What was going on with, she skated like two big circles before the double sow. It was like she really needed to set up for that double sow.
Right, and any time that Oksana changes the program,
you know it's not going to be good. It's not going to work in her favor.
No, but it always excites me though.
It does.
Have to say,
She takes us on a ride.
It does. Oksana, it's weird. I know that sometimes they would do like the 2 programs in one day, like at Ice Wars for some of the years with professional.
Hard.
But these were 2 different days, and I think that sometimes Oksana can't really keep the focus for both programs. Like, she's actually a technical skater. So at Ice Wars, she would usually do a better short program than artistic. Like, there was one year where there was a Britney Spears Baby One More Time with a leopard, like a leotard with cutouts and weird curly hair. And again, she loses it in the artistic. I think because she's so artistic that sometimes, she gives so much of herself to the program and the audience.
It leaves. And she tried the triple sow at the end. I mean, that was really the big mistake of the night.
I like that Oksana, when she had like the bleach blonde hair and so when she got fit again, but it wasn't the same body that we remember. Like, she was a woman now, and there were like 2 different Oksanas. They don't really look alike. But this Oksana, when she often goes on like a personal journey. So like the post-rehab years, she was always like very emotional on the ice. There was a lot of head shaking mid-choreography where like she wanted to let us know that she didn't know.
Like, she didn't know if she was going to be able to finish the program.
Right.
We were really skating these programs along with her.
Right. Like, and there's often a lot of like shaking of the head, and just crossovers, but we go back and like we're on a journey. And so the music stopped, and then she hauled into that triple sow, and it was a Liz Manley triple.
And they show Nancy's face, and Nancy was just.
And okay, I will say that I think that Nancy may have skated better in Lillehammer than Oksana, but I'm glad that Oksana won because we got pissed off Nancy, which we might not have gotten.
No, we would have. And I think pissed off Nancy, it works for her. She's a gritty girl.
I like Nancy to be pissed off. I also like happy, skinny, skating well Nancy, but
not
pissed
as much
Nancy
as pissed off Nancy. Pissed off Nancy is more my girl. I like that.
Nancy needs to call us on the phone because Jenny, I think we would have fun with her.
Oh,
I just think that we would be friends.
She would be in the cool kids locker room. All right, Dave.
Yeah.
So what marks did you give Little Miss Oksana?
I gave her a 9.7 and a 9.6 here because I
so
just...
you didn't like the artistic wasn't really where it was at.
No. But again, lifetime achievement for Oksana in professional skating, but this I just didn't feel was her night. Yeah, how about you?
9.7. Like, it was good, but it wasn't Nancy program. Okay, let's discuss Yuka because you're going to go off on me. I loved the hat full of stars.
Jenny, I hated this program every time.
It's all about the little hoppy things that she does.
The little knee bounce and the nightgown, and it just makes me think.
It's so pretty and feminine.
Okay, I can't deal with skaters in nightgowns. Like, there are some people you don't want to think about having sex, and I
don't think this was a sexual program. It was
but the nightgown is always very Jeff Billings at the launch.
I think it's very feminine. What do you guys think? Do you like the nightgown?
I'm haunted by nightgowns. Even when Michelle Kwan did it in the Carrie Lotion that you were Pocahontas, she wore a nightgown for If I Could Change the. I am even icked out by that. I can't do it, Jenny. I can't. Okay, it's
you
just
have an aversion to the nightgown.
And then someone bought me a skating book for that, before the 2000, and it's with Michelle with
on
that
the cover, and she's doing a falling leaf or something in a nightgown.
Yes.
Yeah, I have that book. I think I'm in that book.
It's like figure skating now or something, but I can't with the nightgown.
Okay, so Yuka fell on the triple loop. I
She
said,
did. Yuka fallen. What's going on? That's her money jump.
I know. She did 2 good triples, though. I mean, this isn't the technical program, so you don't really deduct that much. I gave her for technical 5 point, or I was hungover again. So I said 5.7, but 9.7.
I gave a 9.7 as well. And I gave a 9.7 for artistic. Again, this program, I know that she wasn't touring as much as some of the other ladies, so she really did this program a lot. And I didn't feel this was the best performance. And I was never a fan of Hatful of Stars. I'm one of those people that was like on the internet hating on this. I know Yuka loves it. Favorite of hers, not of mine, but better than the technical program.
I gave her a 10. Moving on. I loved it. I love the nightgown. I think it's the most feminine thing. We got to talk about Surya because she was not wearing a nightgown. She was wearing a unitard. And she has the curves to show it off. I mean, she started with a single axel, and I was a little bit surprised by that.
Yeah, I wasn't.
I said theatrical. Her jumps were very good. The backflip was good. One judge did give her a perfect 10. But the stroking, I said stroking, ugh. Not good. And this is the artistic program, people.
Here.
I gave 9.8 as well. What about for artistic, though? Because this is the artistic program.
9.6. I couldn't. I wasn't.
The judges really liked her. I gave her a 9.8. So, I mean, really, I think this was Nancy's event. And Nancy and Dorothy.
Yeah, Nancy came from behind to win for me when I added all the marks together.
She won?
She won.
Wow, okay.
Nancy won a professional competition.
Good for her.
Right, on her own, not just that one where she teamed up with Brian Boitano. Like, she won this on her own merits for me.
What were your scores? Tell me.
Well, overall?
Yeah.
So it goes, Nancy beat Surya by 1/10 of a point. And I thought for all the times that Nancy lost by a 10th
this was a moment for her.
Even in what goes around comes around, people. And I gave Nancy the win here. I thought over Surya, you have to take personality. It's professional. You have to really, it's about the journey. I gave the bronze to Miss Oksana Baiulin. I thought, the share thing, it carried her. She beat Yuka Sato by 1/10 of a point because
you were not Team Yuka here.
I was not Team Yuka here. I liked her at many other professional events, but around 2000-ish, I thought that Yuka was struggling with the inspiration. I liked the Dido program better the next year, but this to me, no. I really appreciated Dorothy Hamill. I put her in 5th, 1/10 behind Yuka. Okay. I wanted Dorothy to medal here.
If she had done the double axel.
Yeah,
she needed
the open
axel
was gorgeous.
But
maybe another spin or something here. Katerina was a while back, and then Liz. But what did you think, Jenny? What were your...
So I had Miss Yuka 1, and then I think I had Nancy Kerrigan. She came in there very strong. Then I had Surya, and then Oksana, and then Dorothy, Katerina, and Liz. What did you guys have? Please let us know. Did you love this event as much as we loved it? What event would you like us to judge next? We do have our GoFundMe coming up. So let us know. We have those milestones to hit. And would one of you maybe like to come on and judge with us? We have some guest judges coming up, but we would love to know what events you'd like us to judge.
Yes, and as always, we want to remind you that when you're competing at the Goodwill Games, get back to your 1976 Olympic weight.
It's all about those cheekbones, people.
And the rouge, Jenny, like you did in early seasons of TSL.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you got to, accentuate. And tan skates, maybe?
And then love makes the world go round around that Goodwill Games glow.
I mean, if you're going to compete where there's a logo on the ice, choreograph something with that logo. Yes. I mean, make it part of the program, skaters. Advice from Dave, please.
Yes, hold an edge and look sexy.
Bye, guys.